That may be the greatest catch I've ever seen in my life.
Okay guys, yesterday may have been the best day that we have ever seen on this channel in terms of y'all going out there and just absolutely destroying the videos with likes. Thank y'all so much, guys, and if y'all keep on liking the videos this amount of times on YouTube, where we're seeing like 20% of our views turn into likes, we are going to continue to skyrocket up the YouTube algorithm and going to continue to go towards the top. And thank y'all so much. It's 100% because of y'all support that we are doing that, and I cannot thank you enough. And I want to remind y'all with the live streams, how we are doing it from now on is I know that there were just too many donations coming in right at the beginning where I was unable to get to those questions at the very beginning of the live streams. So now for the first 10 minutes of those live streams, we are only answering general chat questions, and I'm going to be trying to get through as many of those as possible. So guys, please, if you want your questions answered, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel, as well as having your notifications on. Just hit the bell next to the subscribe button, and that is going to drastically increase your chances of getting answered, because you'll be notified as soon as we go live, and you'll be able to go in and ask your question right away. Okay, but that's enough rambling. Let's get into this video and let's talk about 5 running backs that I think we need to be selling going into week 7. Okay, so the first running back that we are going to start it with is definitely the most clear sell high that we will ever have in football in 2020, and this is Kenyan Drake. Now, I know, guys, Kenyan Drake looked fantastic against the Dallas Cowboys defense on Monday night, and this happened in a game where everybody was watching because it was the Dallas Cowboys on a Monday night. Literally, the ratings were through the roof, and that's exactly what you want when you're going out and trying to sell a player who's coming off a very strong performance. And what's great about this performance from Kenyan Drake is it's finally going to allow the owners who kind of, I want to say, got suckered into Kenyan Drake in 2020 an opportunity to get out at a reasonable price. We did go out and actually put Kenyan Drake into our lineups this past week. Of course, that's a metaphor. I don't have Kenyan Drake on a single fantasy football team. I hope y'all don't have him that many places either. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you most likely don't. But we understood that the matchup against the Dallas Cowboys was going to allow for Kenyan Drake to go out and have success, because this is one of the worst defenses, especially run defenses, in the entire NFL. And that's exactly what we saw happening with Kenyan Drake going out and just controlling that game from just as soon as the Arizona Cardinals were able to get to a large lead. Kenyan Drake just kind of controlled it the rest of the way and put the game to the end. And I know that a lot of people were actually expecting Chase Edmonds to be a little bit more involved in this game, where Kenyan Drake got the entire workload. I'll say a couple things with this. One, there was no reason to expect Chase Edmonds to go out and see anything more than 4 or 6 carries. That's what he had been seeing all along in 2020. And we do love Chase Edmonds as a guy to have on our bench. And that's because we understand the talent and we understand the situation where if he does get his opportunity in this offense, he's going to be very efficient, and he's going to be a running back that we can rely on to, at the very least, be a high-end running back too. So he's a premium handcuff we want to make sure that we have on our fantasy football benches. But besides that, he's not a running back that's going to take work away from Kenyan Drake, except when it comes to the receiving game. Now, this was a game script where it did not necessarily lead to a ton of pass attempts from Kyler Murray, just because the game was never in doubt and the Arizona Cardinals just wanted to kind of run the clock out. So we did not necessarily get to see Chase Edmonds have the target share that he had in previous weeks. But we still have to understand that in this game, while Kenyan Drake looked extremely explosive running the ball, he only had 1 target. That target was actually a drop in the red zone. So just in particular with Kenyan Drake, this is not a running back that we can project to be a 3-down player going forward. He still looks to be that first and second down grinder that we are desperately trying to sell off of our rosters after this great performance. I think going and playing the Seattle Seahawks, we're going to see that game be a lot more pass happy from both teams. The Arizona Cardinals are going to have to be forced to try to keep up with the Seattle Seahawks. So guys, please, I am begging you. We knew that Kenyan Drake was going to be a sell high after this week a week ago. We've been planning this for the last 7 days. Do not change your mind now that Kenyan Drake had a big game. This is the game we were expecting Kenyan Drake to provide us, so we could go out there and sell him. Now, don't change your mind now. Please, please stick to the original plan. Now, our next sell high running back is actually going to be someone that I was extremely excited about coming into the season, and he was one of our buy low running backs for weeks on end. And we have to understand that now that Le'Veon Bell is coming into his offense, I think that it's time to cash out on Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now, I think after seeing his performance in week 6, it's kind of obvious why we wanted to go out and make sure that we are prioritizing getting CEH on our fantasy football rosters. And that's because this entire time we knew that he was a very talented running back. And that's not even necessarily the main reason we wanted him. The main reason we wanted him was the fact that he was playing with Patrick Mahomes. He was a running back that had the size where he could get all 3 down usage. And on top of that, we had seen him get the goal line usage in Kansas City up until this point. But now that Le'Veon Bell was signed, y'all know my first instant reaction with Le'Veon Bell signing is I said we could not trade away Clyde Edwards-Helaire right away. We had to hold on until he had a spike week where people kind of forgot about Le'Veon Bell and did not necessarily want to panic anymore. And that's exactly what he provided for us in week 6. Now going into week 7, when Le'Veon Bell is actually going to be active in this game, I still expect Clyde Edwards-Helaire to handle the majority of the workload for this Kansas City Chiefs offense. But still, we have to understand that Le'Veon Bell is going to come in. Le'Veon Bell is definitely the bigger running back, and we could see Le'Veon just get goal line usage, which is going to drastically decrease Clyde Edwards-Helaire's fantasy ceiling, because if he's not getting the goal line usage, that's going to severely handicap his touchdown equity in this offense. So guys, while I love the running back talent, while I loved the situation about 3 or 4 weeks ago, we have to try to be fluid here. We have to try to be objective, not get stuck with our previous evaluations. We have to look at the new variables coming in. In this case, it's Le'Veon Bell changing the touch distribution for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And now we have to actually go out, and while I really wanted to add him a few weeks ago, now I think that he gave us our one chance to sell out at the price that we possibly bought him out after week 2. So guys, based on what I've been hearing in the live streams as of late, with people really wanting to go out and just act like Le'Veon Bell's not a thing, please sell Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now, our next running back actually made our sell high list last week as well, but I think that we need to prioritize him. If you did not sell him last week, make sure you are this week, and this is Mike Davis. Now, with Mike Davis, I understand if you're an 0-6 team, if you're a 1-5 team, even a 2-4 team, and you desperately need to make sure you're winning your week 7 matchup, yes, just keep Mike Davis, keep the production that he's going to provide for you in your starting lineup in week 7. But still, with this running back, I think that as soon as Christian McCaffrey comes back, his value goes to absolutely 0. And this was actually McCaffrey's first injury throughout his entire NFL career. So I think that this is not even a premium handcuff running back that we are going to be able to kind of just expect to get opportunity at some point in the season anyway, based on the possibility of another McCaffrey injury. So guys, please, this is like your last chance to get some value for Mike Davis. I think possibly you only have one more week to do so, and then you're going to see that you could have gotten a wide receiver 2 this week. You could go trade him for a DJ Chark. You could go trade him for a Terry McLaurin. And going into the week where Christian McCaffrey is announced that he is healthy, we are going to see Mike Davis and his value just completely evaporate away. People are being irrational with how they are projecting him in the long term. They're not even really thinking that McCaffrey is going to completely erase him. Please, before it's too late, make sure you get something. Make sure you sell him before his value hits 0. Okay, guys, our next running back is someone that has made our sell high list for pretty much a month now, and this is Todd Gurley. Okay, guys, I understand. It's annoying hearing me nonstop talk about Todd Gurley and why he is a great sell in fantasy football. But guys, I promise you, look at the numbers. Todd Gurley is not providing you the production that you think he is, especially if you discount the touchdowns, because we know that the touchdowns are the hardest thing to predict going forward. And on top of all of this, guys, not only is Todd Gurley so far providing you high-end running back 3 and low-end running back 2 weeks, he's currently like the running back 21 in points per game. Not something that we are really understanding if you just hear the narrative around Todd Gurley, because he is playing in a high-powered offense, and he does have that great name appeal just because he was a running back at the top of the game for so long. But this is a different running back. He is severely inefficient compared to what we've seen in years prior. And on top of this, not only is Brian Hill getting most of the passing game usage, not only is is Todd Gurley is only a low-end running back 2 or a high-end running back 3, but still, Todd Gurley is a ticking time bomb with his knee. Guys, there are so many reasons to go out and sell Todd Gurley when you could sell Todd Gurley plus a small piece for a James Conner, who's providing you a top 12 running back production, who is a guy that is playing in a better offense. He's getting receiving game usage. On top of that, he's a running back that is just better overall in terms of his efficiency. It's just a no-brainer, guys. So I'm going to continue to say it until there are no listeners left on this channel with Todd Gurley. Please, 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 guys. I know he has a couple appealing matchups coming up, but he's had a very good schedule so far in 2020, and he's given us like the running back 21, 22, or 23 in points per game. I mean, just what are you thinking is the upside here with Todd Gurley? I know he was probably the league's best running back a few years ago, but this is not the same running back that he was. Please make sure you go out there and sell. Now, our last running back is someone that people have kind of been confused by because I was very high on him coming into the year, and after Nick Chubb got injured, I said you did not want to sell him, and that is Kareem Hunt. Now, guys, with Kareem Hunt, why he is making our sell list is because we understand the timetable on Nick Chubb. Because it looks like the Cleveland Browns over the next 3 weeks are going to have 2 matchups, then the bye, and then Nick Chubb's going to come back. So what that is telling us is it's telling us that Kareem Hunt is going to give us 2 more weeks of running back 1 production. And if you look at where he's going right now in fantasy football trades, he is just being valued straight up as a running back 1. So while I was so high on him coming into the year because I understood that he was going to get a workload that just was not going to be able to be matched by many running backs in the NFL in the case of a Nick Chubb injury, and after Nick Chubb got injured, I said, guys, why would you ever want to sell Kareem Hunt? Just play Kareem Hunt for a couple weeks, and then a few weeks before Nick Chubb comes back, that's when you can sell him for the same price, if not higher, and that's after you got that production. And guys, the entire plan has come true. I mean, everything that we said that we wanted to do is falling into line. So similar with what we said with Kenyan Drake, where we wanted to play him the past 2 weeks against the New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys and then sell him high. Now it's the same thing we're seeing with Kareem Hunt. We wanted to roster him because we knew about his upside in the absence of Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb went down. We wanted to play him for a few weeks, get that production, and after you already got that production, you sell him higher than you invested in him. I mean, just a no-brainer for us, guys. If you can go sell Kareem Hunt for James Robinson plus a bigger piece, for a James Conner plus a bigger piece, should be no hesitation here, guys. Please, please, we just follow the plan that we've laid out this entire season. I think that it's falling together nicely, and do not overthink it. Even though I liked the player's talent coming in, even though I liked the situation he was in, we have to understand, we have to be fluid with the values. Now the value has gone higher than the rest of his 2020 season production projects to be. Sell Kareem Hunt. Okay. But that's all I got for y'all. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know that most of these videos y'all don't enjoy me telling you to sell the running back that you have on your roster that's providing you production. But still, guys, I think it's important, and I've had a ton of great success and a ton of nice DMs thanking me for these videos. So, guys, Kareem Hunt is going to be our last sell. Let me recap it. We have Drake, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Mike Davis, Todd Gurley, Kareem Hunt. And yeah, that's all I got. Really hope y'all enjoyed the video. Really hope y'all got something from it. As always, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you in the live stream tonight.